Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to give you an update on our startup exploration into the residential fumigation space. Since our last meeting, the team has divided up tasks. My focus has been on pricing, specifically figuring out if we should engineer and build our fumigation chamber from scratch or buy from an existing vendor. So I reached out about 30 different vendors using an agentic AI workflow to generate the personalized email. I sent out 30 emails to them. Out of those 30, I only received a few replies, but I managed to set up a meeting with three of them. This vendor fall into three different distinct categories. Number one is the container specialist. They modify container but lack of specific mechanical or HVAC engineering capability. Number two is general control atmosphere provider. They build control environment but don't specialize fumigation. Number three is specialized fumigation provider. They do exactly what we need, control atmosphere specific for fumigation. So first, we met one of the vendor called Giant Container. So they are a Toronto-based company. They are container modification specialist. They have done an airport project before, setting up a fumigation container. They are able to provide the airtight for the container. But after our discussion, I realized that they are not specialized enough in mechanical systems. They told us this project is not 100% automation enabled, which we require from our concept. They provide a rough code to us after the meeting. So basically it's roughly 40,000 more to get the container to be modified as per request by the mechanical system and process system. But because they have to outsourcing the mechanical design, they cannot give us a very accurate code pricing. They estimate $30,000, and before they can get the accurate estimate, they have to hire an engineer to do the rough drafting, generate a 3D model that will require $12,000 upfront to get the drawing, get the concept in a more concrete. So roughly like a prototype would be 100K, which I doubt that the engineering part, they are a little bit too over optimistic. So we will see. We will see. Like we will continue to discuss, like to see if there are any way that we can avoid to spend 12,000 to get a drawing first before we can get a drawing. So I might will reach out more engineering company that who are able to annotate this kind of design. The second meeting we met with DFMZ, like you can see in their website, they are more doing a smaller cleaning room that for different application other than the bigger fumigation use case. They take our concept back. They promise that they will provide. They have an internal discussion with their engineer to see whether they will annotate our this project. So another one that is more makes sense that is from a company called Oxygen Low. So basically they have different type of product for fumigation. They are Euro company based on Netherlands. So in the Euro, because there's so many museums, so most of their customer is from the museum, and they have to do the disinfection for the high value item. So one of the product they provide is exactly like what we need. So it is an airtight chamber, which also has the complete automation set up and can be put in on outdoor. But one caveat is that they mentioned that in Canada, maybe not the case because they are not weather tight enough to sustain in the harsh weather in Canada. They have to go back to check with the specification with their engineer as well. Yeah, so they mentioned the price for such container would be around 130,000 euro, and when we convert back to the Canadian dollar, it's like 210,000 Canadian dollar, excluding shipping. So that actually is a lot. So we need to go back to the draft board that to calculate the initial investment, how much will end up, and whether the math will make sense. And in the meantime, we also start to build a website. So this is our website to showcasing what the concept looks like and how does it work, and some fake customer feedback, which everybody doing that on their landing page. Some FAQ, frequent asked question on what it is, and some information about the contact and search area. Other than that, so the team also reached out a moving company to understand how much cost for moving from a certain distance. We also want to change the process a little bit that we would like to provide lower friction to the customer to use the whole thing. So basically, they could order from our website, and then we will partner with the moving company to pick up the item and then drop up on the fumigation side. and after the cleaning, the mover will pick up the item to put it on the door of their new home. So we would like to lower the friction that they use the service. We need to figure out the cost from the moving company they're gonna charge and how much we will need to charge in order to make sense from by considering the running cost from our end. And we're also thinking in a bigger scope, like in the future, that if we can set up the prototype and also prove the concept is doable, and after we go into the sector pest control and moving service. So we found that most of them are the mom and pop shop. So basically, there's no standard service front end. So we are thinking that maybe we should learn from CAA. Like basically, CAA don't owe most of the assets. Is mostly their fulfillment service is by the independent contractor. So we kind of want to bring the model that like in the future, let's say if we can prove that we can provide the premium service from moving, cleaning, and then drop off. And then we would like to provide a more standardized service to the customer that similar to CAA. You can just go to a central location and get a service from there. And the service provider always following the same standard procedure, using wearing the uniform provide with the logo, and also provide the standard service that they expected from a bigger company. Yeah, I think that's pretty much of it for our update, and we will continue to finalize and confirm the pricing for buying or designing the fumigation chamber. We also start to get after we get a concrete price for the moving company, that then we will start to testing the market, that how much people willing to spend, and then we will get back to the drawing board that to calculate whether this business model will be sustainable or not. We'll go from there. Yep. Without further ado, we can check the meeting that we have today for all the update. Thank you. Are you just get up or?
No, I was actually working with like the sink in the bathroom, so I lost track of time.
No worry.
A lot of the stuff in the new house seem to be like not functioning right, like the faucets in the they're a bit shaky.
Okay.
So I'm trying to change them. Now I see that when I stopped the water flow with the, like, there is a, what do you call it? Basically the valve. Right?
Yeah.
The valve. So when I closed it, the valve started leaking water. So
okay.
Maybe it's because they're old house or something.
Yeah. So those are like all the faucet, the shower head, all those are consumable. So basically, they have a certain life expectancy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's easy to fix. Those ones just change it.
Yeah, so those things I'll need to work. And every day there is something new. So.
Yeah. Definitely. I think when you start to own your own house, basically you are responsible for more.
So it was just working on that's a lost track of time. So so what I was thinking, like, as I haven't been able to put too much time in this, maybe if you're free, we can use this hour to work on the IRAP part.
Yeah, I think I might only have time up to 9:35 or something. Yeah.
So maybe
maybe I update you the most like up to date status. You give me a high level on this government funding part. Then we can, after the meeting, we can align and then maybe work something together.
Okay. Go ahead with
Yeah, so basically right now I think I sent out another 20 email to the different vendor. Only like you already know, that we only got 3. Actually, we got a meeting. So the one from Ottawa, they said they're gonna give us a code.
The one I joined, right?
Yeah, the one you joined. So the company called DMZH, something like that.
Yeah.
But I a little bit suspicious that they might be able to do something like that. I go to their website to check. They are more like manufacturing a small cleaning room in a smaller size. So that one I'm not optimistic. Like they're gonna editate our concept. Yeah, I think, let's wait. Let's wait to what we come up. I think the second one is the container company. They call Giant Container.
Yeah.
I don't think you joined the meeting. No,
No,
only
no.
me. Okay.
Yeah.
So they are Toronto-based company, but they are moved to US, and they mostly do the container modification. They modify the container into the different kind of application, including some industrial application as well. They show me that they have a previous project that they built it for the JFK airport in
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
York.
Yeah.
They also doing the fumigation, but it's not that strict as what we think. And they told me a price. They provide quotation, but very roughly high level in 2 days ago. It's about 100K, including mechanical design. But
Okay.
the thing is, they only do the container modification. They only have engineer for that part, and for all the engineering part, the mechanical HVAC design, the procurement for those components, they have to outsourcing it. And before they actually can get very accurate code, they have to has the drawing first. So in order to have the drawing, they require at least spend 200K to get a drawing. So they estimate a cost for this engineering part, including procurement, design, and installation. They estimate 30K, which I don't believe them. I don't think 30K we are okay to we can finish that completely. So for the container modification, so they give a price about 40 to 60K. So that add up about 100K. But that's engineering part. I don't think it can be a good reference. Maybe double. I don't know. So I think we might want to get another vendor to get a quotation for that. So the third one is the vendor from Netherlands. They call what was the name? Oxylow, like OXY low. So they manufacture those mature product. They sell those product to the different museum in Europe already, and they like I said in the email in the first email they reply they estimate without shipping is about 130 euro. Do the conversion, it's about $210,000 per container, and their concept they're only utilizing the nitrogen generator. They are not using carbon dioxide. They explained to me that like this is the best practice they found in the customer they facing in the Euro, because most of their customer is the museum.
Mhm.
So number one is that their customer don't want to operate in the carbon dioxide because they need a more stricter license for operating up carbon dioxide, and also harder to degassing because when after they done, gonna be harder for them to do the degassing.
Yeah.
So and also more expensive and more they have to call the carbon dioxide vendor to come fill the carbon dioxide regularly. But using the nitrogen generator, they don't need that, and no license and easier to operate, and that's the only product they have. And I explain all the concept we want, and explain that we need the first prototype, and then we need like 10 unit ground for each side. So they told me that they can give me two price for those. It seems that it's more than what we expected, the price. I asked them like what manufacturer are you using to manufacture those? They are not actually explicitly tell me. I tell them, are you using the Chinese manufacturer? They said they're using someone from Vietnam. But I doubt that those Vietnam manufacturer likely is China. It's a Chinese to sell the
Yeah.
fabric over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because probably they have issues directly bringing from China. So maybe
Yeah.
they're shipping it to Vietnam and then.
Yeah. So they may mention that they're using the engineer locally. They do all the control system. They utilize the people locally, sourcing the component locally. But for the container modification, all that nitrogen generator is from Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah, and like yeah, they will give me the price after the new year as well.
So
And
they will give two pricing.
yeah, give me two pricing, the the prototype and the 10 unit one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I tried to do a bit of research on the moving cost.
Mm.
So I talked to two companies over phone, but I got a formal quote from a company called Moving Papa. Like
Mm.
they're probably the most standardized that I found.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I was looking into it is because in the website I want to put like a easy flow where I say that we go to your place, we pick up your stuff, we do the cleaning, and we drop off,
Yeah.
so that they don't have to do a lot of
Yeah.
research on stuff.
Yeah.
So what I understood is that the minimum job that they do
Mm-hmm.
is basically 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and they charge each hour $195.
Mm-hmm.
So which means around $400.
Mm-hmm.
And on each job,
Mm-hmm.
they will have a $270 accessories cost, which is basically insurance of the truck, the
Okay.
the gas fee, and some other stuff that they use. They shared that they'll share a breakdown.
Okay.
What I understood is that the minimum charge for moving for a move with
Mm-hmm.
them is $670.
Do they include a certain minimum distance they're willing to
So this, sorry,
uh,
they're
do,
willing to.
do they include a minimum distance they will cover for that minimum cost?
No, the minimum cost is for it's based on hours.
Or
So
only based on hour? So they doesn't matter how far you are moving.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the
Okay.
minimum is basically 2 hours.
Okay.
They
Okay.
cannot do anything below 2 hours.
Okay.
2 hours would be 400,
Okay.
and they have a minimum $270 per movement,
Okay.
a fixed charge.
Fixed cost. Fixed
Yeah,
cost. Okay.
so that is 670.
Okay.
So within this, they will give you insurance of my products and everything.
Yeah.
Um, and they said that usually this will. So I gave him my current whole scenario, like moving from Etobicoke to
Yeah.
Whitby.
Yeah.
I shared with them what products I have and what
Yeah.
I need to move.
Yeah.
So they sent me a quote of 3 hours.
Okay.
So which was basically a total of 855.
Okay.
So I asked them how confident they are that they will be able to do it in 3 hours, because
Yeah.
the travel itself is almost an hour.
Yeah.
So there are 2 hours where they need to move this
Loading, unloading, right?
loading and unloading.
Yeah.
So they said that they are okay. They believe that they will be able to do all the unloading in 1 hour,
Mm-hmm.
and loading in 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want the products to be assembled, so let's say IKEA products,
Mm-hmm.
they can they can disassemble them at Etobicoke.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want them assembled in uh, Whitby,
Mm-hmm.
then it might add up another hour or so.
Okay.
And they charge by every 15 minutes.
Okay.
So roughly with all those numbers, what I understood is that the minimum they do is $700.
Okay. Okay.
So if we charge our if we do our charging at $600
Mm-hmm.
for the cleanser part,
For the treatment.
for the cleaning, yeah.
Yeah.
So then it becomes 1200
Yeah.
one. But maybe I think in that case, if we even break it down,
Yeah.
maybe it will be 500 on the first mile and 500 on the last mile.
Yeah.
Right. So I think the minimum pricing I'll put on the website is $1,600. I think basically that will be the realistic. That's starting from $1,600, moving plus cleaning.
Yeah. But isn't that a moving they charge for from your location to Whitby? So
Right.
if we add the cleaning in the between, they have to do two trip, right? So
Yeah.
basically will be 2 times the minimum cost, at least
So
for them.
yeah. So I'm saying, but in that case,
Yeah.
if we think about like a partnership
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
their minimum what we are seeing is 195 into 2 plus
Yeah.
270, right? So
Yeah.
which is 660.
Yeah.
So I'm saying if we can request them to make the 270 once
Mm.
and not charge that fixed twice,
Okay.
then it is basically 195 into 4
Mm-hmm.
plus 270, which comes to 1050.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if we add our 600 to that,
Yeah.
it's becomes 1650.
Yeah.
So I think if I were moving and my
Mm-hmm.
minimum cost of 700,
Mm-hmm.
so basically I can think that my cleaning part is adding me $900
Yeah.
with the cleaning part,
Yeah.
with the moving part, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's basically what I'm seeing. That it's
Yeah.
from a, let's say I'm taking a mover,
Yeah.
it would have cost me 700.
Yeah.
Now I'm taking the mover with the cleaning,
Yeah.
it's costing me 1650.
Yeah.
So the cost of cleaning is basically 950.
Yeah.
So basically that's what we need to check whether
Y-
people are signing up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. So I think when we have more and more clear the cost and also the operation cost and the like per time we can earn. So
Yeah.
basically, we kind of need to start to calculate like
Yeah.
whether this is sustainable or not.
Right. Right.
From two perspectives. One is like how much you need to invest once at the beginning, and then how much you to run can you sustainable for the long
Yeah.
run.
Yeah. And honestly, when I like this, I have done more research on this space. I'm liking this space because it has very low competition.
Mm,
Um, so our this product, this cleanser product,
mm,
this tech product gives us access to equity or risk capital.
mm,
Like we can show this and raise money,
mm,
but I also feel like there is a lot of opportunity just to go into the moving business, just to go into the pest control business,
mm,
and like build a brand around that.
mm,
Because I'm searching for moving companies,
mm.
there are not really like brands which are coming up. It's more like individual
It's mom and pop shop
mom
mostly.
and pop shops. Also the same with pest control.
Yeah, yeah,
So I that will be a traditional business,
yeah,
but I think if we can start raising the equity capital,
yeah.
we'll also start moving into that front slowly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think if we think much bigger, more ambitious, like we trying to tell the story about standardize of this like industry
Yeah.
per per why no matter is the presentation of in the front end to the customer, we become a brand that
Right.
like
Right.
you have a standardized no matter it's from pest control or moving. Then I think that part maybe is the value that we could bring in and
Right.
less operational might be later on.
Later, yeah, later, that's the thing. Like, basically, if we think of a future like this, that any movement happening, the landlord is asking for a clean
Mm,
before the move.
mm,
That's where we want to reach.
mm,
That we want to reach in a scenario where not only, let's say, the apartment building
mm,
has this rule of before moving in our apartment,
mm,
you will need to get a cleanser certificate.
mm,
Like every time I move in, I need to get an insurance,
mm.
right?
Yeah,
Of $20 or $25, I get
yeah,
an insurance, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's not mandatory, but they make you do it because
Yeah, yeah. Maybe make your application as a tenant prospective tenant for the apartment building. Maybe make you more appealing. Yeah. For example, if I a bigger apartment holder, my apartment is clean as always. But if
right,
somebody want to move in, if they tell me that my staff has those clean certificate, but the other prospective tenant don't have, maybe they in the same position, then maybe we'll choose the
this is a filter.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking from that perspective, it's a large opportunity, it's a large market.
Mm,
This can be our front end, the technology. Why? Because we are not pest control people, we are not
yeah,
movers, right?
yeah,
We are coming in from a tech angle.
yeah,
But I feel that with this front end of cleanser, this container and cleaning and stuff,
yeah.
this gives us the en route to this industry.
Yeah,
We basically start partnering up with moving companies and all,
yeah,
and maybe if we see good synergy, we buy some, we standardize, and we do like a certification sort of thing. Like you said,
yeah,
that we become the we handle the demand side, the
yeah,
customer
yeah.
knows us, trusts us, like basically like Airbnb, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. We will provide the standardized
right,
service, but
right,
just like CAA, CAA that
yeah, yeah,
they're towing the truck, but
yeah,
they are not owning all of them. They
exactly,
they
exactly,
yeah, I think we're very similar actually. So
yeah,
like the towing industry basically also very like K-pad heavy because they need a truck, right? But
right,
all the individual towing company they add a CAA brand into
right,
there. They have more business,
yeah,
and CAA don't own their like
right,
heavy equipment.
yeah, yeah. I think that's a bigger opportunity we have. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah. I think that actually more interesting, like from we operating a single site perspective.
yeah. But this is important for us, this cleanser front,
Mm.
because otherwise we don't have a right to win. The
Yeah,
existing players have the right to win.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
This gives us like why we are different, why we are bringing in tech, how
yeah,
we are bringing in tech. It establishes our credibility in that industry. Yeah,
yeah. So I think in that definitely a better angle. So I think I liking it better.
yeah.
So from the detail operating perspective, I think we need to captain need to think about a little bit more like are we using carbon dioxide or are we following the nitrogen part? So
Let's say nitrogen,
yeah,
because carbon dioxide, if they have done this before
yeah,
and they have found that getting rid of carbon dioxide is much more difficult, then
yeah,
we don't need to try the same thing.
yeah. That's what I thought. But
Yeah.
that will bring us to need to rethink about the whole process. Like
Yeah.
nitrogen part, it will take longer time.
Mm.
Be- the company I talked to, like Oxygen Low, so their customer, which is mostly from the museum, they are not in rush. Basically, they helping the machine to de-infect the high value item. They just move the item inside the chamber, and then they wait for a month. So I think using the nitrogen, it will take a couple of days or a week or 2 week. So I think we have to think about from the target audience from our perspective, how do we like shift the expectation from the
Yeah.
user?
So is it like 1 month is mandatory or
No, I think it's variance. Like if you have the higher temperature,
yeah,
it will reduce the time
okay.
and maybe not necessarily to need 1 month, maybe like 2 weeks. Like really, you raise temperature to 27 degrees or something, then you reduce the time to half. But there are some variable you can manipulate on, but we just need a better understanding or like to decide our process. Maybe some of the people, some of the audience that they need their furniture not in rush. They will more like people who need the self storage. They move their
Yeah,
product to a
yeah.
self storage. They can store there for 1 month. But we have to just like need to calculate how frequency we need to turn over in order to profitable something like that.
So I think when those segments will come in later, now as we are thinking more from, let's say I am the customer.
Yeah.
For me, the maximum turnaround time will probably 3 days.
Okay.
I can't have more than 3 days. Mine.
Okay. Because you need your furniture.
Great. Maybe I can stay at an Airbnb for 3 days. That's
Yeah.
okay
Yeah.
for me, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
not more than 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to think of like using nitrogen. Can this be done in 3 days?
Yeah. So then we need to dig into a little bit more, right? Because though they're using nitrogens not for furniture, they're more like
Yeah, paintings and stuff.
yeah, something that not in rush.
Yeah. I think if we can get the machine ready, we can also offer it to museums and stuff to just start monetizing. Right.
Exactly. So I not only I think can be anything that need to be killed the insect. Because
Right.
if we cannot get the resident who moving,
Yeah,
we can offer to anything that we need. That
yeah. Museums will probably pay a premium
yeah
compared to, let's say, farmers, but
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think it makes sense. Like, maybe this is something we can find a lot of use case.
Mm,
We just need to arrange the money to get the first one built.
mm,
I think IRAP will be a good option. Maybe we need to register a company. I'll just have a look. They have some requirements for that.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's something small money we can invest like upfront.
yeah. I believe I saw they were asking about some employees and all, but I saw that in the Reddit they have mentioned that they do a lot of exceptions.
Mm,
Basically, there is a number that you can call.
mm,
They will assign you a representative
mm.
who will work with it.
Okay,
But I think you'll need a registered company.
okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they ask for there is some business identification number or something.
yeah. But do they need a company that register for a while, or doesn't matter?
I saw there that in one place they mentioned 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
but a guy replied to that saying that if you, you you can work with your rep
Yeah.
even before you register.
Okay. Okay.
So it's maybe more of a requirement for the grant rather than working with the representative to understand how things work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot I worked on that the day before we had the meeting, so I'll brush up the information on that.
Mm.
I'll get it. Maybe we can get in touch with an rep tomorrow. Tomorrow is probably, yeah.
You mean we can set up a meeting to understand the
Maybe I
process?
can give them a call because
Mm.
the first channel is a phone number where
Okay.
you call them and you explain your business.
Okay.
So maybe tomorrow I can give them a call and see the status, like where we stand. Do we
Okay.
need a company? Can we start with the idea only?
Okay.
So maybe I can do that. Yeah, IREP is a good fit for. In practice, IREP support is commonly structured around technical staff labor and subcontractors under engineering, testing lab, industrial design. It
Mm.
cannot be used for marketing or routine operations. We are not doing it.
Mm.
I think it's a perfect fit.
Mm.
And its contribution sizes is around 50K to 1 million.
Mm.
Uh, we are okay with 100K, 200K. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I would do some research as well, like what it's about. I remember I have someone that who applied for the government grant for his startup as well. I'm not sure it's from the same program or not. If it is from the same program, I think I can ask like
Okay.
any lessons learned or
Yeah,
anything to increase the success.
yeah. There is a dedicated page for this. Maybe I'll just call them, give them a call tomorrow,
Hmm.
talk to them, and see what are our next steps.
Okay.
Because it looks like a perfect fit for us because they are giving money for building MVPs.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So this is the same one. Remember, we had.
Two years ago we
Yeah,
just.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They need a idea, a prototype kind of a thing. So, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll just maybe give them a drawing or something.
Okay. Yeah. So
I think you have to run, right?
yeah. I got to go. I got to go like
Okay.
40. Yeah.
Okay,
And
no worries. So what I will do today is I'll update the pricing and share the website changes to Nakib. He can
mm,
do that, and we will post it in maybe Reddit groups or something.
yeah.
And I'll talk to an IDAP guy tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
So
in the meantime, you can check how to do with nitrogen in 3 days.
yeah. So I will try to reach out more vendor to get higher reply rate to see if we can double check, we verify the actual cost for bring to
Yeah.
buy those kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Or it would be better if we can get a quote before we formally reach out to IRAP.
Mm.
But I can get the primary idea.
Yeah, I think we definitely we could get a call like the latest in January 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the latest.
Yeah. But we have the idea that around 100,000 would be minimum.
Yeah, will minimum. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.